Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. Today we're going to recap baseball, WNBA, soccer, look ahead at everything. Today we'll do NFL, college football for tonight as well, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. I'm sure there's matinee games today because it's Thursday. Pirates over the Marlins 3-1. Guardians over the White Sox 6-4. Mets over the Jays 6-2. D-backs over the Rangers 14-4. Tigers over the Rockies 7-4. Phillies over the Rays 3-2. Nats over the Braves 5-1. Twins over the Angels 6-4. Red Sox over the O's 5-3-10 on a walk-off home run by Tyler O'Neill. Yankees over the Royals 4-3-11 on a walk-off infield single by Jazz Chisholm. Cardinals over the Reds 2-1. A's over the Astros 5-4. Mariners over the Padres 5-2. Giants over the Brewers 13-2. And the Dodgers over the Cubs 10-8. All right. 1 o'clock today, you have the Rockies at the Tigers. Ryan Feltner and Tariq Skubal. Tariq Skubal has been one of the best pitchers in the league. Maybe he could win the AL Cy Young. I mean, has to be considered, of course. So the Tigers minus 270, the Rockies are plus 220. I almost said the Royals. Over under 7.5. Over is even money. Others minus 122. Rockies plus 1.5 is plus 105. Tigers minus 1.5 is minus 126. For this one, I'm going to do over 4.5 Tigers runs at minus 104. Reds Cardinals at 115. Jacob Jubnis and Sonny Gray. Cards minus 168. Reds plus 142. Over under 7.5. Overs plus 102. Unders minus 124. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 156. Cards minus 1.5 is plus 130. I'm going to go with the over, but I don't feel good about it. 2 o'clock, Astros hosting the A's again. Mitch Spence and Framber Valdez. Astros minus 40. A's plus 198. Over under 8. Minus 110 each way. A's plus 1.5 is minus 104. Astros minus 1.5 is minus 115. I'm going to go with the under. This is going to be a Framber Valdez vintage start. 6:45 Marlins Nats. Darren McCaughan, and Mitchell Parker. Nats minus 180. Marlins plus 152. Over under 9. Over is even money. Unders minus 122. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 137. Nats minus 1.5 is plus 114. I like the over at even money. 7:15 on Fox. Red Sox Yankees from the Bronx. Cooper Criswell and Nestor Cortez. Yanks minus 184. Red Sox plus 154. Over under 8.5. Overs even money. Unders minus or even money. Red Sox plus 1.5 is minus 3. Yankees minus 1.5 plus 108. I'm tempted to give out the Red Sox the big price because of the Nestor Cortez in the bullpen situation could affect his performance potentially. But instead, because I don't want to bet against my favorite team, I'm going to go with over 9.5 runs at plus 126 for the whole game for combined. Also on Fox, you have Rays Guardians. Ryan Papuai and Gavin Williams. Guardians minus 142. Rays plus 120. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Rays plus 1.5 is minus 178. Guardians minus 1.5 is plus 146. I'm going to go with the over in this one, but I don't feel good about it. 9:30 Rangers Mariners. Coomer Rocker making his big league debut against Bryce Miller. Mariners minus 142. Rangers plus 120. Over under 7. Minus 110 each way. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 188. Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 155. I like the over at even or at minus 110. And 9:45 is Brewers Giants. Frankie Montas and Hayden Birdsong. Brewers minus 132. Giants plus 112. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Brewers minus 1.5 is plus 136. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 164. I'm going to do an alternate over on this one. Alternate over 8.5 at plus 116. All right, now move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today. Aces over the Fever 86-75, Mystics over the Sky 89-58, and the Storm over the Sparks 90-82. All right, one game tonight, 8 o'clock on Prime Video. Liberty Wings from Dallas. The Liberty are 11-point favorites. Totals 178. I'm going to go with the under, but I don't feel good about that either. All right, now I'll move on to soccer. I'm going to try to be really quick with soccer today because there's other things we have to get to. So, USL from yesterday. Birmingham over Tampa 2-0. Memphis, Hartford 0-0 draw. Tulsa, Vegas 1-1 draw. Vegas tied it in the 78th minute, and then there were no more goals scored in that game. International friendlies, we did them from the other day. I'm going to quickly go over results from the international stuff. We just had USL. We had Spanish Copa de la Reina. Getafe over Rayo Vallecano reading this wrong. It's a 0-0 draw, but 4-3 on penalties. Getafe advances. Osasuna over Racing 2-0. AM and Billars was 1-1 draw. AM advances 4-3 on penalties. Alama over Elche 3-1. Dukes Logroño over Parjon 4-0. Cordoba over Malaga 2-1. Espanyol over CE Europa 1-0. Alaves over Vizcaya 4-0. CD Femerguin over Judon Grande 3-1. Fundación Albacete over Las Suanas 7-0. Sporting Gijón over Real Oviedo 4-2. Deportivo de la Coruna over Viajes Interiores 1-0. Zaragoza over Huesca 1-0. And Fundación Tenerife over Real Union Tenerife 1-0. So we really don't have anything. We do have NCAA men's soccer and women's soccer tonight, and then tomorrow we have all the regular stuff back. So we have to get soccer back on track on tomorrow's show. All right, NFL Thursday night football tonight. It's a really good game in the AFC East between the Dolphins and the Bills, the two teams that played for the division crown last season. So Teron Johnson is out for the Buffalo Bills, obviously, as well as Matt Milano. And then for the Dolphins, I need to double check to see if there's any big injuries on that side. And Raheem Mostert's out for Miami. Devin Achene's questionable with the ankle injury. That's not great for Miami. We'll see if Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Phillips, Liam Eichenberg play, David Long. Oh, they have a lot of injuries, Miami. I have Dolphins by 2 at home over the Bills, total 48 and 13/20. And it is Dolphins 2.5, total 48.5. Oh, worst place I want to be in as somebody that wants to give out picks. I'm going to take the Bills. I think the Bills are going to win because of the Dolphins' injury situation. I think the Tyreek Hill stuff is going to distract them. So I'm going to take slightly to the Bills plus 2.5, but I'm also willing to give out plus 120. I think the Bills are going to win the game. I do. But I'm not going to give it out as a podcast pick because my numbers are so close in projection-wise. So I'm going to take slightly into the Bills plus 2.5, and I'm also willing to do plus 120 for them outright because of the injury situation with the Miami Dolphins. So there's that. And then college football, we have a couple of games tonight. First up, we have Arizona State and Texas State. That will be on 7:30 on ESPN tonight. I have Texas State, believe it or not, is a 14.5-point favorite, total 57-11/20. And Arizona, Texas State is actually favored by 1.5, total 16.5. I'm laying the 1.5 with Texas State. Absolutely love it. They're better than Arizona State. Texas State's going to be in the mix for that group of 5 spot in the college football playoff potentially. So, and this is a game they got to win at home. And that crowd is going to be ruckus. So I'm going to lay the 1.5 with Texas State. And then 7:30 of Northwestern State and South Alabama. I have South Alabama by 28, total 17-20. It says 36.5 and 60.5. I'm going to take Northwestern State in the points just to hang around and cover the spread. I think 36.5 is too much for South Alabama to be favored by. All right, now we're going to do news and notes now. Like I said, it wasn't going to be a busy show today. So yesterday, obviously, was 9/11, and the ceremony was beautiful in New York City, as it is each and every year. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and J.D. Vance were all in attendance. And we didn't even talk about the debate on yesterday's show. That was a crazy debate, a lot of finger-pointing and lying on both sides. And Kamala really got under Donald's skin. And that's where Donald is flawed. Like, I think he's better off when he's not distracted by people getting under his skin. But at the ceremony yesterday, the two shook hands, as they also shook hands, obviously, before debating. And they actually met for the first time at the debate, literally, on Tuesday. And then they shook hands again at the 9/11 thing in the city yesterday, which was a fine gesture by both of them because despite the debate and all the name-calling and such, yesterday was a day of unity in the city, and that was just a nice gesture that they shook hands. So Tyreek Hill says that the officer should be fired as he takes accountability, but explains why the police officer gotta go. Well, this is just a crazy situation, and Tyreek Hill, I know he owns up to what he did, but at the same time he's being like, yeah, I'm Tyreek Hill. Yeah, but they're both wrong. In my opinion, and it's a crazy situation. And he was speeding, and you can't speed. Patrick Mahomes was honored by Raiola, and he had jokes about the situation. How about this? Robert Kraft was angered by Jerry Jones in the Hall of Fame as he reacted with confusion to Jerry Jones being inducted before him in 2017. Daniel Jones is staying tough amid the hatred from fans as he says he's used to being doubted. Oh, he's not wrong, and Daniel Jones, I think, is handling the situation really well, and he's holding himself accountable for everything. Giants defensive back Isaiah Simmons shocked by benching as he calls the decision frustrating as hell after playing 0 defensive snaps in Game 1 of the season. The Pittsburgh Pirates are keeping manager Derek Shelton in spite of its 69-76 season. Well, Pittsburgh, I feel like, overachieved this season. I think Derek Shelton does deserve to be back. James Paxton plans to retire as he says 2024 will be his final season after enduring calf injury. So, we mentioned earlier, Devin Achane is a game-time decision against the Bills. Ooh, bad news for Cleveland. David Njoku out this week with the ankle injury, not placed on IR. T. Higgins looks like he's not going to play. He's not practicing because of the hamstring injury. Oh, and bad news for the Rams. Puka may miss over 4 games as the unique nature of the injury could lead to absence longer than minimum IR stint. Sherrone Moore signs his new deal with Michigan, finally. Shader Sanders on Nebraska's troll as he says he supports Cornhuskers dancing to his song after beating Colorado. That's a response I wasn't expecting from him. But that tends to be the trend of trolling. So, I'm not surprised Nebraska did that. So, NFL sets a Week 1 ratings record as the league averages 21 million viewers per game, 123 million watch at least part of one game. Well, everybody was excited for the season, of course, and then everyone's going to factor in the Chiefs and the Taylor Swift and all the Swifties and such, but it's more than just that. It's the game itself. Even without Taylor, I feel like it would have done good numbers as well. Huge news for the Pac-12. It was reported late last night that they're rebuilding its conference as they're targeting Boise State, San Diego State, Colorado State, and Fresno State as new additions. And then Action Network follows up the Yahoo report saying that those 4 schools are expected to join the Pac-12 in 2026. So that's good that they're having a little resurgence, but I don't think the Pac-12 should be considered a power league anymore. Tom Izzo exclusive interview with Seth Davis on Bleacher Report, talking about his relationship with Draymond Green and a lot of other things. Adam and Robert Hinton, who are Ivy League brothers, signed a Nike deal as they agreed to star in brand campaigns throughout Asia and parts of NIL contract. All right, and then the last thing before Best Bet, Aja Wilson broke the season scoring record with 941 points. So she's got to be the MVP favorite, despite Vegas, in my mind, underachieving a little bit in the regular season. All right, Best Bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Just glad I had a quick podcast today. I mean, there's not a lot, so I'm glad that this went quick. This is going to be interesting. I'm 0-for on the week. I need it. I'm going to Texas State. I'm laying the 1.5 of Texas State. It's minus 104. It went down. The price went down a little bit. But I still love it, nonetheless. So I'm going to lay the 1.5 with Texas State at minus 104 against Arizona State for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show, and I'll be back tomorrow with a big show with the Fab Five and all the baseball coming up for the weekend and so much more. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.